Hello students, so welcome to the class of Pole Science of class 10, and today our topic is decentralization in India from chapter number 2, that is federalism. So before starting you need to know what actually is decentralization. So decentralization means the powers that are vested in the hands of union or central government. That means then decentralization meaning will be what? That is transfer of power from this central government to its lower level of government, be it state government or be it the village level, or you can say the panchayat level government. So all the things that are related to decentralization is what? It means the transfer of power from the higher authority to lowermost authority. That means from the central government to the state, and from the state government to the block level or village panchayat level. That is actually related to the decentralization. So today we will start reading about what do we mean by decentralization in India. That means how is the process carried out in India. That means transfer of power from higher most level to the lowermost level. How it is done, we shall read that in this portion. So let us proceed then. We noted above that federal governments have two or more tiers of government. Earlier, what we have read about federalism or federal type of government, that means the federal type of government has two or more types of or two or more tiers of government. That means two we know, that is central government or the union government and the state government. But apart from that, if it becomes more than two, that means it can become three also. So what is the third form of or the third tier of government then? That can be related to the block level, that means the town committees or the village panchayat. Clear? So the separation of powers or the sharing of power is actually done between two or more tiers of government. That can go up to which level? The village level or the block level. Block level in terms of towns and village level in terms of the village. Clear? So we have so far discussed the two tiers of government in our country, but a vast country like India cannot be run only through these two tiers. So up to here we have read about what? There are two types of government, and we have actually read about both the types of form of government that is prevalent in the federal form of government in India, that is the union government, and the other one is the state government. But in a vast country like India, India cannot be run only through these two tiers. So apart from these two tiers, one more tier is needed to run a vast country like India. Clear? So these two tiers will not be successful if these two tiers are given the authority to run a large country like India, so it will not be successful. For that reason, what has been arranged actually, one more tier of government is arranged, and that tier of government can be either the block level or the village level. States in India as large as independent countries of Europe. In terms of population, Uttar Pradesh is bigger than Russia. Maharashtra is about as big as Germany. Many of these states are internally very diverse. So why only this two tier of government cannot be brought in a large country like India? Why the third tier is also needed for a country like India under federal form of government? As because of its population. You can see here that many of the Indian states are actually bigger than the European countries. For example, Uttar Pradesh, a state in India, is bigger than Russia in terms of population. Clear? So Maharashtra is about as big as Germany. So Maharashtra is also as big as about, it's almost equal or might be bigger than that in terms of population. So many of these states are internally very diverse. So with these two examples, we can assume that many of the states of which the example is given of Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra, that states has very diverse form of them actually. there is thus a need for power sharing within these states. So what, for that reason also, the state government is not at all actually enough to run these states, bigger states like Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra. For that alone, state government cannot do all the things. For that reason also, power sharing is very much needed between the state government and between the block level or the village level. That means village level is for village panchayat and the block level is for town committees and cities. Clear? Federal power sharing in India needs another tier of government below that of the state governments. That means what? In case of hierarchy, you will assume that here, suppose number 1 is the union government, then followed by state government, and then one more tier it is needed. It will be the third and the lowermost hierarchy. In order of hierarchy, it will be the lowermost tier of government. That will be what I have told you earlier, either the village level or the block level, and that will be placed below what? The state governments. This is the rationale for decentralization of power, thus resulted a third tier of government called local government. So whatever the things is related to the third tier of government is related to the village level or the block level, that if comes in India, that is already prevalent in India, and that third tier of government is actually called what? The local government. That means in order of hierarchy, the union government followed by the state government, then the third hierarchy or the third tier of government, which is known as what? The local government. Clear? After that, when power is taken away from the central and state government and given to local government, it is called decentralization. So whatever I have told you earlier only, that transfer of power actually from the higher authority to the lowermost authority. That means suppose a power is taken away from central and state governments, both the government, and when it is given to the local government, that means this local government is given a free hand by which they will work for the welfare and development of their particular level. That means local government's level they will work, and for that they will be given a free hand to do that. And whatever this power is being given to the local government, this process is only known as what? Decentralization. Clear? The basic idea behind decentralization is that there are large number of problems and issues which are best settled at the local level. So what is the reason? We now know that what is decentralization, but what is the actual cause for giving this decentralization? That means why the third tier of government is actually needed. The reason for that is there are large number of problems and issues. Suppose assume that in a village level some problems and issues are there, which the people of the village will go to whom? They cannot go to the state government or to the level of the CM. So what they will do, they will try to highlight their problems or issues through whom? Through the village panchayat's head. Clear? Either through the president or through the secretary of village panchayat. So at that particular moment, what will happen? Whatever the problems and issues are related to the village level, they can easily sort it out by highlighting their problems and issues to the village head. That may be Sarpanch or president. Clear? So they need not go to the higher authorities like the MLA or the CM for that local issues. So for that also, the basic idea of decentralization was actually created, where number of problems and issues they believe that which can be best settled at where? The level local level only, in the village only. If particular problems and issues are from that particular village, though, so that village sarpanch or the president will try to solve their issues. So with that ambition in mind, actually the third tier of government was actually formed, which was known as the local government. After that, people have better knowledge of problems in their localities. They also have had better ideas on where to spend money and how to manage things more efficiently. That means why it is so much preferred, because the people living in that particular village can know what is their problem related to their localities, and they also know, secondly, they also know the better ideas where to spend money and how to manage things more efficiently. That means they can manage the spending also. They know better, because an MLA sitting in, suppose if take example of Assam, an MLA sitting or living in Guwahati, suppose he or she cannot focus each and every village problems or the municipality's problem. So for that, local government is there, and the people related to local government is there, where they will actually have the better idea of which place the problem is, in which place, and what is the solution to solve that issues actually. So for that reason also the local government is very much necessary, because number one, they know the exact problems whatever it is in their localities, particular localities, and along with that, secondly, what they know, where to spend money and how to manage things more efficiently. These two things, the people related to the local government knows that things very clearly, and they know how to manage that. Besides, at the local level, it is possible for the people to directly participate in a decision making. And moreover, the third advantage of having a local government is what? They can actually have a direct participation. How? Suppose assume that one village is there, and the village president or the sarpanch has called a meeting. Suppose assume that in that village only. So what it will give advantage? The problems and issues whatever are there, all the people of that village will go to the particular place where the meeting is called, and they can do what? They can directly participate in that meeting. That means whatever the decision is taken or whatever the things are actually being discussed in that meeting, they can directly participate. That means they can directly have a say on that matter, on that particular matter. They can raise their voice. Suppose these things are not happening in our village or in block level, so we want this and that. So with that, they do what? They directly participate. And through the direct participation, what is the advantage? The people of that particular village or the block level gets, number one, to directly participate, to have a say on that particular matter, and after that, whatever the decisions are taken, they can have a look at the decisions also, and they can be benefited from that decision. Whatever the decision is taken, they can benefit from that. So this is the third advantage of having a local government. Clear? After that, this helps to inculcate a habit of democratic participation. So in that way, if they are directly participating, that means what? They are actually within themselves, they are developing a habit of what? Democratic participation. That means by the people, for the people, and of the people. Whatever the democracy, the form of democracy teaches us, that means a country is by the people, a democratic country is by the people, of the people, for the people. So that thing they actually develops within themselves, all the people living in that particular area. So with that, they are doing what? They are participating directly, and they are promoting the process of democracy within that particular sphere of time. Clear? Local government is the best way to realize one important principle of democracy, namely local self-government. So it is what? Being a third tier of government in India is actually a boon, not a curse. So it is doing what? It is actually the best way to realize one's important principle of democracy. Clear? It is also whatever the people are doing, they know their localities better, they know where to spend money, they also know how to raise their voice, they get the chance to directly participate. So in that course of time, they are doing what? They are actually doing what? They are realizing an important principle of democracy, that is what? Local self-government. Clear? So whatever they are doing through this local government, they are actually realizing the important principle of democracy, namely local self-government. Clear? So with this, I will wind up today's topic. So in the next class, we will proceed from here, as we have completed the half portion of this point, that is decentralization of India. So today we have learned about that two tiers of government. Previously we read about why the third tier of government is needed, and what is the necessity of third tier of government in India, because it has a huge population, and two examples were also given in regards of states like Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra. After that, we came to know that how people are actually exercising their powers and why it is very much needed, the local government, why it is needed, because of the fact that the people have the better knowledge of problems in their localities. Clear. Secondly, they have better ideas where to spend money and how to manage things. Then after that, they get the chance to directly participate in decision making. So all these things are developing what? These are developing a habit of democratic participation. So if we say that India is a democratic country, it will not be. It will be a real democratic country in real sense when the people actually participates, and that what the people are doing in this local level of government. Clear. And with that, they are also realizing one important principle of democracy, that is local self-governments. Local means the place, the local related to the people, and self-government means their own government. So with that, they are actually realizing this important principle of democracy, which is actually local self-government. So I hope that whatever the points we have learned today, it's now very much clear related to the topic decentralization in India. This is the half part, and the next half part we will try to complete in our next class. So with this, I am winding up today's topic. Thank you.